we're going to be doing our next batch in the freeze dryer, and today we're doing cottage cheese. Now let me show you this. This came from the local corner market. This was about $3.50. It's 1 pound. This was about $7 at cash and carry. This is 5 pounds. So for what you pay for 2 pounds, you get 5 pounds at the restaurant supply place. And notice they're both 4%, small curd. So anyway, we've got that set up on these trays, and then for filler, I'm putting some more diced peaches in there because those were so good last time. And then I've got a little spacer here to separate those. That's a chopstick that I chopped up and used that. So anyway, I'm going to put this in the freeze dryer, and we're going to try this out. Jenny is a big fan of cottage cheese as well.
I do like cottage cheese. So
this may not actually go into our long-term storage. It may go into our tummies. One other interesting note, since we are a dealer of Mountain House freeze-dried food, we did get our hands on some military overruns of cottage cheese a couple of years ago. We're completely out, and unfortunately I didn't save enough of that for myself. It sold very well, and so I've been kind of lamenting the fact that I don't have enough cottage cheese stored away. So if this works out, I'm going to do my own freeze-dried cottage cheese for my own storage. Alright, so it looks like grand total was 27.5 hours on this batch. And I had added 2 extra hours to the default dry time on this because of the cottage cheese. I just wanted to make sure that it was really done. So anyway, set that to a 9-hour dry time. And so I guess we're ready to take a look. So I'm going to open the valve down here. Let the air back in. And as soon as that stops hissing, we're ready. There we go. All right. Well, the peaches are definitely done. And the cottage cheese. Very fun. Okay, well, I'm going to pull one of these out and take a look. It sure feels done. So that's pretty fun. Well, the cottage cheese is definitely done. I just felt underneath it here, and there's no coldness, so that means it's all the moisture is gone. So that's definitely done. That'll be fun. And let's see how much water there is. Looks like quite a bit. Not anything more than I've seen before, so alright, well, let's try this out and see what we think. Jenny and I are going to try this. I don't think anybody else is really interested in this, but this is what it looks like. Kind of zoom in down here. You can still see the chunks. So I was hoping that you'd still see chunks and that it didn't turn into powder completely, but you can see it definitely breaks up very easily. And so, anyway, we have some in here. We're going to put a little water in it and give it a try. Okay, you're the guinea pig.
Okay, there was really no rhyme or reason to how we rehydrated it. We just put some water in. And so I added a little too much of this one, so I add some of the freeze-dried peaches. And it might look a little funny, but I actually like cottage cheese, so we'll see how it tastes. Cottage cheese with peaches.
Is it totally rehydrated? How are the curds? Are they firm? Are they crunchy?
They're a little mushy. I think I'd rather have cottage cheese out of a jug or whatever, bucket, whatever you get them out of. I don't know if I would,
A little boy.
It's not bad. It's cottage cheese is what it is.
How'd your peaches do? Did you have enough water for the peaches?
They're not fully rehydrated, but I kind of like the crunch.
Okay.
Hi, handsome boy. You're not getting any cottage cheese.
You guys have a towel over him, and he's
It's
walking around with
cold.
a towel.
He's a shaved little boy.
Him's just shivering.
35 degrees in this warehouse.
Well, not quite. She's exaggerating.
No, I'm not.
I will take you next door, and I bet it's less. It's about 41.
It's probably 40 next door. Yeah, it is cold next door. The heater's broken next door. Okay, Janet.
But look, right then.
I'm not doing none of that stuff.
You're not going to try it.
I'm not doing any of that stuff.
Are you going to try it?
I'll try it, but I'm only going to try a little bit because I'm starting to feel phlegmy and gross.
Okay. Here,
And-
then I'm going to spoon feed her.
Dairy is not good for phlegm.
Okay, so here's your spoon.
Here comes the airplane.
Here's the airplane, Jessica.
There are some little crunchy bits, but it's cottage cheese. It tastes like cottage cheese out of the tub, except for the, if it rehydrated, mixed it around a little more. It's cottage cheese.
Okay.
It's just cottage cheese.
Okay, my turn. And I like cottage cheese. So, I'm hoping that this had enough time, but I'm going to try it anyway. So here we go. Okay, this needs to rehydrate a little longer because it is still a little bit crunchy. Because it's still a little crunchy and it's not quite rehydrated, it actually kind of reminds me of ricotta. A little bit like ricotta. It's a little bit different texture than when it came out of the big tub. So, anyway, I might try it again after it sits a little longer, but I'm pretty happy to have my cottage cheese now. So,
I just tried some of the dry cottage cheese. If you took that, put it in like a little spice grinder or something, or just mash it up and put it on like popcorn, that would be so good. That would be so good. It's like it would be like a cheese flavoring for the popcorn. I'm serious. Try it. I'm serious. It's so good.
well, I may have to show you guys the way I like to eat cottage cheese, but I don't have the
Your
right
Dorito
equipment
chips
here with
aren't
me.
here.
All right. Well, that's all. I'm thrilled to have cottage cheese, even if it's a little crunchy right now. For theepicenter.com, I'm Epicenter Brian, signing out.